to What's for Tea with Tracey. Hope everyone's having a good week. I'll be making mango chicken today, which is Karen's recipe that she gave me to make, so that's going to be really good. So let's get started. So all we need is some ginger, we need a can of mango slices, we need 1 red capsicum, thinly sliced, onion, tomato, can of coconut cream, korma paste, and chicken stock. So we've got everything that we need. First of all,
do we need chicken?
Oh yes, and we need 1 kilo of chicken. So there you go. So this is a really good recipe. It's really nice and fresh for now. It's getting warm. It's a really nice fresh recipe. You do everything on the pot, and we'll be serving it with rice. So first things first, we are going to puree our mango slices. We don't need the juice, so get rid of the juice. We just need the mangoes. And we're going to chuck it into the blender and blend it. Now this will be interesting because I haven't used this for a while, so let's hope I remember how to do it. All right, so we chuck it in here.
Make sure the lid's on tight.
Yeah, so it doesn't go away.
That's my handy hint.
I'll get Carolyn to come over, so I'll lift the lid up so you can see the consistency of the mango. It's just like a paste. Perfect. Okay, so while we do that, we will cut up our rest of our ingredients. So we will put some, I remembered my oil today. So just put a little bit of oil in your pan or your pot, just so it covers it. Carolyn wants to come over so you can see. Okay, so what we'll do is got my recipe here. I've cooked it before, but I haven't cooked it for a while, so I'm just quickly going to go through. So you need a teaspoon of finely grated ginger. So I'm just going to wing it. I know what a teaspoon looks like. So you just grate that in there. That's about a teaspoon. Carol wants to come over so you can have a look. That's about a teaspoon, a little bit more, maybe. Oh, nice. You like some ginger?
Love ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I love ginger in like stir fries, but I don't like it.
Yeah, in anything else.
Like ginger cake or something I don't like.
Now,
which
I've got
doesn't
a little
really
bit
make
of
sense.
ginger. This is only $2, fresh ginger. And it lasts, if you put it in like a plastic bag and chuck it in the fridge, it'll last you for ages. You can get minced, already pre-cooked minced grated ginger, but it's quite expensive. So these are really, really good. And it's really nice to have in a stir fry. Okay, so next we do, put the glasses on my head because I don't need it now, except when I'm cutting up the onion. We'll put a tomato in. Let's quickly dice the tomato. And what we'll do is we cook all this in the pot before we add our chicken. And then once this is all browned down, what happens is as you're cooking that, the tomato sort of goes to like a pasty thing, do you know what I mean? When you put it in, like when you heat it up with the thing. So it's not really whole, it sort of goes to like mush, I suppose, wouldn't you say, Carolyn?
I suppose so.
Yeah, you'll see when I'm cooking it what it looks like. Okay, so we've got 1 red capsicum, thinly sliced and de-seeded. So the best way I cook the capsicum is I cut it like that, and then I press it down and I slice it like this thinly. If you find that it's a bit too long, you can just put it in half. Like just cut it in half like this, like the long slices. You'll be really interested to know, I bought myself a pair of scarves because I always use this knife and I'm beginning, everyone's laughing at me. I bought myself a nice set of knives, so when they come I'll be really fancy smancy using my proper knife instead of a bread knife or whatever knife I can find at home. I don't know why, I've never done that before. This is a knife, but it's like a knife. Anyways.
A knife.
It's a knife, but it's not like a good knife, because one of the girls, Karen, was telling me here, and Bernadette was saying, you should invest in, a lot of, a good set of knives. I went, well, I always use the same knife. She goes, well, you'd be surprised. Certain knives are for certain things. Who knew it? I've been cooking for how many years? And I just discovered it. It's a bit sad. All right, so here we go. Thinly slice this. You just do it like that. And as I said, if it's a bit long, you can just cut it in half like that sort of thing. because what we do is we just cook the capsicum, the onion, the garlic, and then we add the chicken, and then we cook it on the stove for 20 minutes, or until the chicken's cooked through and the capsicum's soft. You can also, I didn't know this, Carolyn bought it the other day. If you want, you can get, it's already in a can, isn't it? Already diced capsicum, red and green. Edgel, is it? Did you get it from Coles?
It was.
Here we go. So I'll cut my onion up, run it under cold water.
Glasses.
Yes, put my glasses on so I don't cry. Like this. Let's cut the onion. Isn't it good that we're opening up a bit more now? All the restrictions, now we can go, what, is it 25 kilometres?
We can, yes.
From our address, like people can go and visit people now, which makes a big difference. Thank goodness, hopefully more stuff will open. Hopefully we'll be allowed to open soon, hey Carolyn?
Exactly.
Just hope. We can see everybody come in. Okay, garlic, we're cutting up the garlic. And then we'll turn our gas on. And then what we'll do is we will cook the onion, capsicum, ginger and garlic until the onion's translucent and the capsicum is a little bit soft, and then add our chicken in and brown our chicken, and then add all the rest of the ingredients. Bung the lid on it, cook it for 20 minutes until the capsicum's soft, and we'll serve it with rice. Really easy recipe to do, quick. Now the weather's getting nice, it's like a fresh recipe instead of, you know, your hearty casseroles. Okay, so let's see how we go. We'll chuck this in and bog the record. Perfect. Now we'll stir it and then we'll throw the chicken. Okay, so here we go. And no tears.
Yay!
Yay! I've had my glasses on. Put that down there so I can follow the recipe. Oops. Okay, tomato. Nice. Great. See how the tomatoes, as I'm cooking it, as they're heating out, they're sort of turning to like a liquidy thing. It's getting mushy. Can you see that? The gas is on properly, isn't it? Perfect. This is such a handy thing to have, this gas stove. Thanks for Bernadette for letting me use it all these weeks. Hopefully I'll be getting my own very shortly. So we might take a little break and come back and see what it looks like once it starts frying. So we'll see you in a sec. This has been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes now. Carolyn wants to come over to have a look what it looks like. You can see how the tomato sort of really turned to like liquidy, like more mushy. And the capsicum now is cooking a bit soft and the onions are translucent. So now it's time to add our chicken breast. So add a kilo of chicken breast, or if you in here, it's nice chicken breasts. I've just got this from the deli at Coles, or you can buy it from Safeway already pre-packed as well. Not from the deli, but you know, in the meat section. But I like to buy the diced one because everything's done for you. And if you want to cook with kids, then you don't have a lot of, you know, a lot of cutting up. So here we go. Carolyn comes over. We're going to brown up chicken before we add the other spices. Okay, so while that's cooking, I might get all my other stuff already. So we've got our coconut cream. The recipe says coconut milk, but it's too runny with it, so that's why I've used coconut cream. And we have our chicken stock and our korma curry paste. And that's all. Oh, and of course, I nearly forgot. Mango! If we didn't have this, we wouldn't have mango chicken. I've got to get this chicken. Oh, there you go. Done. All right, so brown our chicken. Like this. Over. Okay, so we've been cooking this for about 5 to 6 minutes, 7 minutes maybe. Carol wants to come over so you can see the chicken, how it's brown now. Before we add other ingredients. Korma curry paste, so 1/3 of a cup of that. This away. And then we stir that through until it gets nice and fragrant. Okay. Oh, nice. Everything's been done for you in this. Oh, it smells nice, doesn't it? Okay, so we'll chuck that in. Just like that. My little oven mitties. Okay, so stir this through. See how it's changing the colour of the chicken, Carolyn? And just stir it through till you can smell it, till it's fragrant. Fragrant, like perfume. Oh, smell that?
Mm-hmm.
Smells good?
Sure does.
Oh, yummo. Oh. Okay, so we'll just stir that through. We don't want to burn it, so don't. You can burn curry paste if you cook it too long without putting some liquid in it, and you don't want to burn it because it has a horrible taste if you burn it. So we don't burn it, what we'll do now is we'll put in half a cup of chicken stock. Put that in. And what we'll do now, sort of bring it to the boil to a certain extent, like till it starts bubbling before we add it. Here we go. Okay, now it's time for us to add our coconut cream. Okay, stir that through, that's a bit hot. How does that look? Look at that. Bring that to the boil, just so it's bubbling. And it'll change colour when we add the mango in. Nice recipe, I think, and this is a really nice recipe too for kids to eat because it's got that nice sweet, and it's not a like really hot curry. So it's good for kids as well. While you're cooking, if you find that it's too watery, then just take the lid off it, do you know what I mean? I'll probably cook it uncovered, I would say, because you don't want it too watery. I wouldn't cover it. And then we'll turn the gas down and cook it for 20 minutes. And you watch how it changes when the colour changes when I put the mango in. Okay, yeah, so we'll cook this uncovered for 20 minutes so that the liquid will evaporate a little bit from the pot so it's not as watery. Like that's too watery at the moment. But as it's cooking, the steam evaporates. So we will get our mango that we puree and we pour that in. Sugar. Thank goodness I've got an apron on today. Scrape as much as you can out of your blender or your food processor, whatever you're doing it. I'm using your blender today. And we'll stir it. Okay, so we'll bring this to the boil. Won't take long, and then we'll cook it for 20 minutes. So I want to bring it to the boil and then we'll turn it down as a simmer. Oh, smells good. Can you smell it? No, you've got your mask on, so you can't really smell it.
No, I can smell it with the mask on.
Right. We'll just wait till it all boils. See how you can see the steam coming off, and then we'll turn it down at a medium heat to low. Just check it and see. Okay, it's coming to the boil now. All right, so what we'll do, we'll come back in 20 minutes and we will serve that with rice. So we'll see you soon. Okay, so it's been cooking for 20 minutes. Our rice is ready to go. Carolyn wants to come over to have a look at it. See how it's been boiling away, simmering. So if we stir it, see how it's thicker now, Carolyn?
Yep.
Remember it was a little bit more watery, but that's what you want because you want the rice, we'll turn it off, you want the rice to soak up the juices. So let's serve it now. So we're going to serve it with rice and then we're going to put the mango chicken on top of it. Okay, so here we go. So we'll just get a little bit of our rice and we'll put the rice in the bowl and we'll serve the mango chicken on top of it so the rice soaks up all the thing. Or you might prefer to have the rice on the side on a plate, it's up to you. So rice here. Make like a little bowl. Do you want a little bit more? Is that enough?
Oh, a little bit more.
So make like a little, here we go, like a little bowl, like a little mountain of rice.
Yep.
So we'll put that there, and then we get our mango chicken, and we pour it on, just like this. Okay, a little bit of capsicum. And that is what's for tea with Tracey. Karen's mango chicken on rice. Now next week we're going to be making souvlaki, homemade souvlaki with homemade naan bread. I'm going to show you how to make some home naan bread. So this is something you might want to do on the weekend next week. So we're going to have mixed souvlaki, we're going to have lamb souvlaki and chicken souvlaki, and we're going to make a souvlaki. So that might be something really nice you can do on the weekend with the kids, and we're going to make it homemade naan bread, which is easy to do. So everyone have a lovely week. We'll see you next week for homemade souvlaki, and join me for What's for Tea with Tracey next Thursday at 5 o'clock. Bye.